10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to ban.
All right, folks, here we go.
Team pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Manila Major. We've got day 2 of the group stage here in a heated matchup to get things started. Fnatic versus Gaming Reborn. A best of 3 to get things kicked off. I'm Zyori, joined today by Lysander for a change of pace. Lysander, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. It's one of the first few Valve events I can actually watch with normal sleep schedule.
Are you still muted, sir?
Am I still muted? Oh yeah, I am. Alright, hi. I'm muted.
Hi.
Both sides now. Alright, yeah, you asked how I am. Feeling really good. A Valve event I can actually watch on my time zone, which is awesome. No weird sleep schedules, no energy drinks required. So.
That's true. Yeah, it's always nice. We don't have to stay up all night to watch the top tier Dota. But how you doing, man? It's been a while since you and I have gotten a chance to cast together.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the last time we cast together. So yeah, we're gonna have fun this series. Fnatic, VG, Gaming Reborn. I'm not sure why we call them Reborn. They're pretty much the only VG squad right now. And want to talk a little bit about the draft. I mean, we do see some rather normal things, but what gets me excited is the cross-region fighting now. It's China versus C. It's no longer the same regions. If we watch yesterday's matches, it's mostly EU. I could be wrong here. I guess DC is USA, right? So
yeah,
but
and Wings is in that group. It's China, so there was some cross-region stuff. This matchup should be pretty even, though. Looking at the Dota 2 Lounge bets, it's % in favor of Fnatic, 44 for VG.R. So the fans are pretty split as well. This is a series that I could definitely see going towards that 3-game mark.
Yeah, definitely. I think if Mushi and his crew come out and play some good Dota, they can do well. But it's always been a problem with C teams, which is, you know, their consistency. They always have this problems performing at the high-profile events. Call it tilt, call it inexperience in LAN settings. I don't know, because if you look at players like Mid1, he had a little bit of LAN experience now, but previously he had almost no LAN experience, so he may be a talented player. You always see him on those YouTube highlight reels, but you know, it doesn't translate into a proper LAN environment sometimes. I mean, I remember Sumail not doing well when he first started out as well. So, well, we'll see.
Oh yeah, DAC tournament, they did pretty well. They did they win that one?
I mean, his team kind of carried him some games. He had some tilty games where he was just all over the place, and then his team carried him, and then it started getting better. But yes, he did win it. So on paper, it doesn't look like I'm saying the right thing, but you know, I was watching the tournament. He was really nervous. I mean, what do you expect? But yeah, we're really deep into the draft now, and I'd like to point out this Bounty Hunter pick. I think it's been really strong. Ice Rock has been bashing him with that nerf bat, but he seems to keep on resurfacing, you know. It's all about the vision.
Yeah, so this go-around, it was Vici Reborn that won the toss. They chose first pick, and they prioritized the Beastmaster. Yesterday on this channel, Cuddle Guy and I saw the Wings DC game, and we saw Beastmaster first picked every single game by Wings Gaming. So it seems like that region, man, they're just all about the Beastmaster. It's a great early pick. You know, you can put him position 4 in the jungle. You can put him in the off laner. Definitely brings a lot to the table. The Bounty Hunter making it through. That's a hero that we saw, again, banned out in every single game. So I'm not surprised to see Fnatic pick it up early. And here they'll go with the Slark for their third.
I think a lot of teams are realizing that maybe heroes like Faces Void, Invoker deserve some bans against certain teams because of how good they are at handling those heroes. And I do like VG Gaming taking the route banning Vengeful Spirit, because, you know, the big counter to Beastmaster's role is actually 4-star. I heard one of the panelists saying yesterday, because the displacement of the target you're trying to kill is a really important thing when you're countering up Beastmaster role, and Vengeful Spirit does just that at level 6. And late game, you know, if you want to catch someone like a Slark now, for example, it's going to be hell if there's a bench always waiting in the back there, swapping him out and allowing him to get to safety. And Slark is one of those heroes, if he gets out with even a fraction fraction of HP, he's just gonna come back. So
Mhm.
you don't want that to happen. You want your initiation to be crisp, perfect. And now we got Dragon Knight to add to that stun pool. So triple stuns now. Slot may be elusive, but we'll see how elusive he is against these instant stuns. I do imagine Dragon Knight might actually opt towards a Blink Dagger build this game, and
Yeah.
AA coming out. All right, so very stunless lineup actually coming up from Fnatic. I always have my reservations when I see C teams do this. They always kind of feel that mechanical Dota is what's really up and not really about the hero lineup, so to speak. So I always see C teams drafting themselves a stunless lineup. It's very common among them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if they see it, but they still have one slot. Maybe we can throw in a Tidehunter just to max out that stun per hero, or maybe an Earthshaker.
Yeah, we'll see what they can grab. Vici will decide on the Lycan with their 4th, and I was thinking that could have been a potential Riki pick. They really like to do that roaming Riki, and it hasn't been banned out yet, but there's one thing for sure in this game, Lysander. They're going to be pushing. They've got a lot of summon now with the Wolves.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the Boars, then you've got the... Yeah, exactly. Then you've got the Dragon Knight ult on top of that, plus the Stain from the Witch Doctor. Even before that Ancient Apparition hits level 6, they should be able to put a lot of pressure on those early tier 1 towers. So, speak of the devil, 5th ban from Fnatic actually going to be that Tidehunter. So they'll take it out themselves. Not going to be their final choice for this one. It could be a Doom off lane to set this up with a... Probably is actually with the roaming bounty hunter.
Yeah, it's
and
probably
AA on the 5. So...
Slock should be able to handle this Beastmaster alone, although, I mean, they really don't want to apply... I don't think they really care too much about applying pressure on the Beastmaster, because he's probably just going to run to the jungle if you put too much pressure on him, and it's not going to matter too much. So, they have Slock, Ancient Apparition, plenty of kill power with that Chilling Touch if they do land that pounce onto the Beastmaster. But I'm interested to see what Fnatic pick up here. I do hope it's a stun for their sake, although VG Gaming have not picked any elusive heroes apart from that Lycan. But when I say elusive heroes, I was thinking more along the lines of Anti-Mage or Ember Spirit. So the stunless lineup might go unpunished here. Might. We'll have to see. That's a lot of money.
Pretty quick. They've got limited time left. VG have some options though. Beastmaster could be that greedy 4 with an Iron Talon, or he could be the offlaner, and actually still kind of ambiguous here. Could be the offlane Enchantress, or probably more likely the jungling Enchantress with the Beastmaster on the 3.
Probably going to have that offlane Beastmaster. I mean, the threat level is not super high. I mean, so long you stay back. If Fnatic, Fnatic are looking at a mid hero now, right? Because it's gonna be a 2-1-2, or maybe a bounty hunter roaming once in a while. It could be a support Doom. It's been done in certain lines.
Whoa.
Okay, that's new. I think that's new.
This is gonna be the offlane Doom Mushi Kunkka.
All right.
Okay. Fnatic's first game of the tournament, they're going to run a core Kunkka here. Now, we have seen a little bit of Kunkka in recent days, but mostly in the support role. So this is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Kunkka has been having a slew of buffs. Ask Attacker, he knows. He is playing that hero a lot. I've been watching a lot of his highlight reels, actually. X marks the spot, I think, is the one that needs the real attention here. It's been buffed from something useless at level 1 to an insane lockdown, or insane catch spell at level 1. Even at level 1 it lasts for 4 seconds. There's also the economical use of that X TP home kind of strategy, so you can always sustain your teammates in a fight. So if anyone's dropping low on mana or any health, you can actually just X them, they TP back, and they restore themselves up to full, refill that bottle. A lot of good things you can do, and yeah, I mean, late game, there's always the X catch, but I'm not sure how good it will be if VG.R are just gonna 5-man your towers, though. But the boat's gonna be helpful. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The Kunkka, I'm really curious what build he's going to go for. When he's playing that support role, to complement what you were just saying about the X marks the spot, we've seen the Aether Lens be a pretty popular item because you can X from so far away. But I think Mushi might have to go more kind of damage deal-based items here. Yeah. I mean, Slark will definitely do some damage. I really agree with your assessment about their lack of stuns, though. I think Fnatic are going to struggle in these mid-game team fights just because they lack control. VG.R have some great ways to initiate the Blink Dagger that'll come out on the Dragon Knight, the Blink Dagger that'll come out on the Beastmaster, even just Enchantress with a couple of creeps, you know, maybe a Centaur wraps around, starts things off with a stun. A lot of ways to initiate these fights, and for Fnatic, it pretty much has to be a Doom with a Kunkka follow-up, and that's about all they've got. This is going to be a tough game for the Ancient Apparition, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna land those sniper hits, but I think Mushi's Kunkka pick has alleviated a little bit of that stun deficit. But one more thing to talk about before we jump into the game is, of course, the ghost ship with Slot is gonna make him really tough to kill. So, like I said, if Slot escapes, even with a little bit of health, he comes back full. So that's always something you have to worry about. And I do think Mushi will be opting towards either a Shadow Blade opening or an Armlet, because Armlet's actually really good on Kunkka, because you just turn it on, hit with the Tidebringer, and then you just turn it off again. So it's a lot of value coming out from a really cheap item. So we'll see what happens here, as we already see 343 starting out with some harassment FY.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that VG.R were confident enough to pick the Enchantress into a Bounty Hunter. I think often you would pick a Bounty Hunter into a jungler like this, where you can put a lot of pressure on, leech some of that experience, and I guess they're feeling pretty confident. He already blocks out this hard camp here and gives her a little bit of a love tap. Jungle's going to be pretty opened up, gets a Dark Troll Summoner to start things off. She'll go right back to farming. Looking at the lane setup, it's actually a 1-1-3 from Fnatic, at least to start. I'm pretty curious where this Bounty Hunter is going to go. He does get one of the Observer wards here. Good use of that Sentry. He did go Boots first as well. We've seen a lot of Bounty Hunters. Orb of Venom, first item for that harassment, but let's go on mobility this game.
It's I'm surprised to see them not actually applying pressure on Yang. He's already gotten that quick level 2. Gonna be very happy about that. The Bo gonna be able to slow down any kind of approaches here. I think mid 1 is just setting up for a pounce right now. He's gonna go in there. There's a chilling touch. 3 heroes. Might be a first blood coming out right here. And one more right click seals the job. And well, DJ picking up first blood. Always nice when the support gets it. Allow them to afford boots and that flying courier. So easy, easy.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Frost Fingers, Chilling Touch level 1, pretty big damage, easy setup there. Bounty Hunter's got to be happy with that one. Anytime you're running a Bounty Hunter, there's always that that issue when is he going to hit level 6? And with a start like this, he should be doing pretty good. Now mid lane, we'll see a smoke rotation from FY, wrap around onto Mushi, sets it up with the Ensnare. He's still got a Centaur stun, but it's a nice torrent, breaks things up a little bit, and the Admiral Kunkka will be able to walk away. That'll be a failed gank here for VG.R, still 1-0. Favor of Fnatic.
I mean, it's a full man shield, fairy fire. I don't know what they were looking at. I mean, there is a severe lack of burst on that gank anyway. And a strength hero mid, that's one of the perks, I guess. And yeah, like you said, Fnatic are going to come out ahead in this early game. We've got 2 minutes in, and it's kind of cute. We do have 154 Fnatic fans in this game.
Yeah, that's true. The old
school.
Team Penance there. Yeah, that's from, what was that, TI2? Is that when that came out? Man, that was back in the day.
Back when No Tail was on Fnatic.
Yeah.
It's all.
You're
it's
right.
It's like a whole
different
region
audience.
swap now. But hey, some of them, I guess, Mushi fans as well, and we'll see how well Mushi performs for his fans. He said back at TI3 that he was not gonna retire till he wins the TI. So it might be. Oh, will we see Mushi in for the long haul? We'll have to definitely check that one out. Yang, once again, feeling brave again.
Yeah.
Poke his nose into his bottom lane.
Good ward coverage here from the Radiant side. Bounty Hunter going to get one down on the plateau and enemy jungle, so it'll scout out rotations from the Enchantress and maybe open up some opportunities for him. Did manage to leech just a little bit of that XP. Enchantress rotating down bottom. It's been a pretty slow start. Why? He's got boots, holding on to another smoke, and right now just a Satyr Tormentor. He'll rotate into the bottom lane, but ganking prospects here. Oh, not so easy. I guess DJ is the target they'd like to go for, but still kind of a tough gank to make happen with just a Satyr.
Yeah, it's just not adding up, apart from some casual harassment. I don't think they can kill him. Might kill Yang if he's not careful. But yeah, the Chilling Touch has been deployed, so it will be on cooldown for the next 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Beastmaster gonna feel kind of safe now. Although they are getting a lot of harassment on the mid one. He's already popped through his salve, so he's gonna have to chill a little bit now because of that.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough time for the Slark. He was falling behind in CS,
Oh,
but
no.
he's recovering
Top
up
lane.
top. Yeah,
Yeah.
DC, he gets initiated on. Ohio doing big damage with the Infernal Blade. It's going to be enough to secure the kill, but now back down in the bottom lane. They're going to wrap around on Yang. 3-4-3 comes cruising on in. Mid one connects, pounds again. The Ancient Apparition's there to set it up. Mid one
Freezes.
almost goes down the other way, but 40 HP, he will live.
FY snipe. FY. Oh no, he doesn't have mana on that Satyr. Okay.
Yeah,
FY was gonna pull one of his stunts again.
was a close call.
That was a close one indeed. And mid one gonna get more EXP towards that level 6, which will allow him to get that heavy sustain that he would require against that constant harassment. But for now,
Yeah, good start here for Fnatic. They don't really have much of a net worth lead though. VG.R definitely doing a good job making up that deficit, farming in the lanes. Look at the last hit chart, and Lycan is #1 by a pretty big deficit, 34-14 compared to the 20-10 Slark. He is off to the races here. We'll probably see that Vladimir's offering come out before too long. He's actually already got most of it on the courier coming up his way in a second.
they're looking towards Lycan. There's an Enchantress rotating in with double horses, so this Doom, I think, Ohio. Probably gonna go down unless DDC screws up that stun. He's gonna pop that Scorch Earth. There is still a lack of damage here. Lycan, if the ultimate, no he doesn't, but Ohio should be falling here, yep. And
Nice
destroyed there.
setup
Double
there.
horse, yeah, double centaurs, lots of
Yeah.
lockdown, and this might be a tower.
Yeah, absolutely. Witch Doctor going for the more aggressive build. No points in Voodoo Restoration, just that value point in Maledict. That extra bit of damage helps secure the kill. It forced out a glyph. Good damage on the tier 1 so far. It's a TP
Mushi.
rotation from Mushi, who is level 6. We've got a ghost ship online. Here to clip this. Good amount of damage. Over 6 minutes. So it past 50% AP. I think they'll settle for that.
Mushi missing a couple of last hits under the tower there. Unfortunate, but yeah, he hasn't shown any signs as to what he wants to build yet, so see what Mushi goes for. I think that's what's most exciting for me, and what's actually really interesting is that he has gone for 3 points in Tidebringer instead of the high Torrent levels. If you watch attacker games, you know, I hate to bring it up again, but he is the foremost expert in this hero. He does max out that Torrent.
Yeah.
Because he always favors the build after the exchange. Oh, they're gonna stun Mushi, and they're gonna throw out that cask as well. There's gonna be a follow-up though. Not enough damage maybe. There's a Fairy Fire as well as that infused raindrop that might keep Mushi alive. I think he will survive the Maledict. Bottles
It's
up,
gonna
yeah,
be
he will
close.
survive. And yeah,
Yeah, that raindrop. Raindrop working wonders. Sometimes they save lives. VG.R, they've got the Elder Dragon form on. They really want to make something happen with this push. He had an Arcane Rune on, so that ultimate's going to be up real soon, actually. Oh, actually, no, maybe not. I'm not sure if when he used the Arcane Rune. He might have used it after he popped the old deck.
Yeah, I think he did. The cooldown
timing
is
doesn't add
really
up.
short. Yeah. Cooldown's really short, and I think that's one of the coolest additions of that Arcane Rune. It feels so good when you pick up an Arcane Rune as someone like a Queen of Pain or a Juggernaut, and they throw out that ulti for maximum value. Where you can cycle through it once again really fast and get another big kill out of it. So
Yeah.
right now tier 1's gonna go down. We'll see if there's any deny coming out. No sir, and sees to that tier 1 and get some gold on the board here for VG.R.
Oh yeah, this Lycan is farming so well now. About 1k net worth up on the Slark. He's got the full Vlads. Brown Boots is just going to TP mid and continue pushing elsewhere. Let's at the overall charts. Yeah, it's VG.R with the gold lead, Fnatic with the experience lead. So very different strategies. VG.R trying to get a little map control, and Fnatic still just trying to get their basic kit going on. Ancient Apparition as well as the Bounty Hunter still shy of level 6. They're both leveling pretty well, but I think Fnatic are going to continue to be a little more defensive. Let the fight come to them until they get those ultimates online. Doom also very close, just 100 XP away. I think this creep wave is actually going to give it to him. So now he can actually join these fights and bring something to.
Yeah, actually, if we're talking about EXP, I think the most important thing is to not focus on how VG.R are doing in terms of kills. Yes, the kills are really good to have in the early game, but I feel like Fnatic need them more than VG.R. VG.R are just sitting back, waiting for those EXP levels to hit 6, and then they just go full throttle on these base, on these structures, because once the Raw comes online, they're gonna be able to find a pickoff, and then they're gonna take a tower. And just Lycan with his wolves, his Vladimir's. It's all about the timing push here for VG.R, so it's all about the EXP, and even though Yang did feed 2 kills in the early game, he has his level 6, he just took risks, got that EXP he needed, and now the push is coming.
Another easy tower kill for VG.R. Yang will get credit for that one. 2-0 in total tower count, though that tier 1 mid is starting to take some damage. Mushi laying into it. The Dragon Knight will TP back in, and he's got his ult back up, so VG.R could just rotate towards mid. Try to knock down that tier 1 tower as well. DDC does TP home. Oh my, Ohio actually does find him right as he TPs out. They will make a defense here at the tier 1. Top lane, Fnatic putting some pressure into this tower. Again, what's the movement for VG.R? Looks like they'll just head towards the mid.
Oh, Observer spots them out completely, so no dice. But Mushi might be looking for a fight here. He has got Nax. Here comes the boat. Pull it back with that cold feed as well. Goodbye, FY. And now, no. Chasing up with that dragon. He stuns up Mushi. There's a zoom here onto DDC, so no Witch Doctor. Follow up with the cast kill. Very well done there. Mid one already 2 kills on the board and getting completely surrounded here. There's the roll. Goodbye, Mushi. Down he goes. And mid one, the slot now facing out 1-on-1 with that Beastmaster, but will get picked up by this entire zoo. 2 boars, 2 wolves. Very unpleasant. And Yang summon up that Hawk player. Gonna get tagged there by that Bounty Hunter. Shouldn't die.
Yeah, ends is a 2 for 2. Just such a bad time for Fnatic to try to pick a fight. Bounty Hunter, 400 XP shy of his ult.
Yeah.
He actually, do they have a tome available? Nope, they've already used it. Ancient Apparition just now hits level 6.
Oh, it's
going for
the
Ice Blast. Yeah, you might be able to get Yang. This is going to be close.
Oh no. Oh, yeah.
He overshoots it. Okay.
Well, it's a hit and a miss sometimes with that AA, but when you do hit, value is great. And once again, I think that Mushi Torrent being a level 1 is showing in that team fight. Not enough burst damage. I mean, the splash is nice, but not the best until you got good items to really maximize the damage coming out. He doesn't even have face boots. He's really poor, actually. I don't know what he's been buying. Maybe he's saving something in his stash. Is Mushi buying anything? I feel like this is not the items he should have in 11 minutes.
Yeah, he's got his phase boots coming out now, so we will get him completed. This might be his 2nd infused raindrop. I'm not sure if that's the same one that he had. I feel like he would have burned through it already. But that's still a pretty minor investment. I agree with you, though. It's definitely been a struggle. If you look at the overall CS, he's at 49. Yeah, he's dead even with the DK, so...
A net worth? No.
Some of that is
he's below by 800. So, yeah, like you said, 2 towers. It's really going to benefit. But I do feel like maybe some items could have come out by 11 minutes. Maybe he's saving for something. Mid one already on his way to that Shadow Blade, but they are wrapping around. It's all about the angles here. They catch him.
Slark has his Shadow Amulet. He's going to break the smoke. He walks right into it. Oh, no. He is going to be able to get off the stun. Meatball.
Cancel this TP. Oh, no. They want to fight. Okay. I thought he made a mistake, but here comes the Ice Blast. The shift as well. They get the dragon.
All right, well, that was kind of an awkward team fight for VG.R. It seemed like they wanted to be the aggressors, and then they left their Dragon Knight high and dry. That'll secure level 6 for the Bounty Hunter, though. So now Track is out for 3-4-3, and I think this is the time for Fnatic to start picking fights. He's got Arcane Boots as well, so they've got a fair bit of sustainability. If they've got Ghost Ship and Doom, no reason why they can't try to make something happen. Yeah, right in onto Yang here. Still on the bird, but no follow-up damage.
That's a warning shot. So... He already got Necro 1, Yang, despite that those early laning hiccups. He's got his Necro 1. Once he gets the Necro 3, you can actually get a lot of damage. Ohio, bottom lane, getting caught out, but here comes the Ice Blast, gonna zone them into it. Oh, it's bumped onto the Witch Doctor, so the Hunters become the Hunties, and they lose the Witch Doctor, doesn't get the deny, so he's been screaming for that on the side, but they decide that the AA is more important as a kill. And,
great read here from Vici. They get that Sentry Ward down. 3-4-3 almost walks into it.
This is scouted out, though, this Roshan.
Yep, Yang gets tracked up. So it's a 1-for-1. They trade Witch Doctor for AA. So, like you said, a shame that they couldn't deny that Doom. It would have been pretty easy. This is a pretty quick Roche, though. They got the Inner Beast for extra damage. They've got the Blast, but now Fnatic come in. Mid one, he's going in bold. He gets off his ult. He'll survive through it. They kill the Beastmaster. Now, no, in deep. This should be the end of the Dragon Knight. Indeed it is. Now this Slark needs to get to the high ground.
Oh, the X-Mask. So good.
He's in ult form.
But... Here comes the Ice Blast. Not even necessary, though. It locked him out, and now FY tanked by that Frostbite Curse. Easy kill here for Mushi. And,
yeah, this is a huge fight for Fnatic.
I would say they want to hijack this Roche, but I don't think they have the damage.
They'll be happy with that, though. They might be able to put a little pressure on this tier 2 mid or that tier 1 down bottom. It's over a 3,000 net worth wing. That kind of breaks this game wide open, and the game that looked to be in control of VG.R is now all Fnatic. Coming up big, they get so much out of that. A lot of track gold too. Look at that hero level experience. They've got 2 level 11s. The highest on VG.R is just that Lycan. That is definitely one of the drawbacks of these push threats. When you're all grouped up, you start to fall behind in experience, and now there's key ultimates that are upgraded, and you don't have any.
Yeah, that's why I said that the Kunkka pick really made their no stun lineup really strong because of how good X marks the spot is at catching. And yeah, I mean the X mark is not dispellable by most. Okay, well it's dispellable by Evil Scepter. But...
What an easy setup there. Mushi just X boat into Ice Blast. A little bit of follow-up damage from the Bounty Hunter, and they've got an easy kill. 343 also going to get a ward with another sentry down.
Yeah.
It's just coming up all Fnatic.
It sure is, as the X mark the spot is actually doing lots of work for them, so that spell is just really, really good for catching out heroes, and it's perfect setup with that Ice Blast as well. So really glad to see Mushi switching it up a little bit. RTC did play a mid Kunkka yesterday, but I didn't really see how well they did. I don't think it did well, I mean, since they lost, so... But we'll see how Mushi does. He's decided to go for the drums build, which is normal. It's not anything special. And see if he opts for that Shadow Blade burst, because he has gone for Max Typebringer, so I expect him to want to try and capitalize on it with items. So
he could also just go for a Blink Dagger. He's got Phase Boot Drum, just kind of a well-rounded kit. It depends on what they feel like they need right now. Is catch more important, or is having that follow-up damage a little bit more important? And time will tell. 1,000 gold in the bank for now. It looks like a fight could be brewing. Fnatic kind of on the low ground here, ready to poke up. Slark with the Shadow Blade on, initiates right into Yang, but it's 343 that gets stunned up twice. Ice Blast connects on 3. Their follow-up damage though. Mid one stunned up. Oh no.
Pulling back, and the Beastmaster gets rolled right into the ship. Mid one deploys his ultimate, but he is going to get caught there, cornered by that Dragon Knight, and now suddenly VG.R a hit in this team fight. AA gonna run away, will not have that stun available to lock him down, so 30-6. I do think that was a win in VG.R's book. Although there was a 3-man Ice Blast, I feel like some of the heroes were just not in position for that instant counter initiation. And Slot paid the price, not being able to escape in time, the leap a little bit too short for him to jump off that cliff. So in the end, forced to turn around to fight that Beastmaster and Dragon Knight. So overall, a win here for VG.R, and they still are behind on net worth though. So it's about 3,000 gold now in favor of Fnatic. So the Malaysian boys still very far ahead in this game.
Yeah, I think Fnatic just trying to force it a little bit too much there. It's trying to fight enemy territory when you don't have the high ground advantage is really tough. As we saw, the AA Ice Blast is a key piece of their team fight, but it's not enough. They need to have the rest of the team in position to actually follow up. Bounty Hunter going for kind of an interesting build. Arcane Boots right into Blink Dagger. Usually we'll see that. Yeah, usually the mech stop off is a little more common, especially in a game like this. 13-6, there's definitely been a lot of kills, and I think they could get a lot of value out of a mech. Looks like Slark just going to go into the Echo Saber. Definitely a sign that they'll want to keep fighting, but my God, look at VG.R, double Necro Book already. They're both only level 1, but they are committed to this Zeus strat. And, you know, their pushing momentum has really slowed down. They took out those 2 early tier 1s, and now 18 minutes in, still a tier 1 standing in the mid, all tier 2s still alive for Fnatic. Starting to get a little nervous for VG.R here. I mean, they still have a timing window that they can hit, but they have not really been able to capitalize on their push that much this game.
I mean, can you blame them? There's always a boat in their way, and that's one of the main highlights of that Kunkka pick, because you always have that boat available for a push. It's only 50-second cooldown, and that's a double damage for Ohio. Because still saving on that goal, 2,000 already. I think Mushi's still deciding what he really wants.
Yeah, with the Blink Dagger on Bounty Hunter, I think he's got to be tempted to just go into damage. You know, the Shadow Blade gives you a nice mix of mobility as well as extra damage. So I think it's probably the choice. The way he's pulling up the gold, he probably would have bought the Blink by now if that's what he wanted. So.
Could be an Armlet as well, but yeah, it'll be either one.
Yeah, Armlet could work. All right. Yeah. I mean, it's very good this patch, no doubt.
It's very common in Kunkkas because you toggle it right before you cleave, and you get the value without having to drain your health constantly.
Yeah. All right, smoke now from VG.R. They smoked on top of a ward, though, I think.
Yeah, and that's why you get the blink tagger. You just do all this kind of stupid things. You serve as a recon unit instead of a sort of a utility bounty hunter. That's really good because it allows you to really get things in place. Oh, DJ, bottom lane, get screamed in the face, and here comes the necro units. Goodbye. I'm not sure the necro units were really needed though. It's got a long cooldown on that, and they got quite a bit of distance to that tier 2 tower, so it's gonna be wasted. I almost want to say that it was not necessary with the Enchantress rotating in just for an 8 kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's gonna if he was planning on using it though in this next minute. He's just gonna farm the jungle, and now with the necro units out, he can farm pretty safely. Nobody's really gonna want to fight with him, and he can kill this stuff pretty quick. And we'll see what happens. A fight could break out as Fnatic start to rotate into their jungle. VG.R with still a few heroes here in enemy territory. TP scroll on this Enchantress. FY is actually pretty darn broke this game. 1, 2, and 3. His early rotations didn't work out. Teammates have been farming all over the map, and now that they've lost their tier 1 mid and their tier 1 top, their jungle's been a little bit limited in farming space, and he's just got nothing. Brown boots, urn, wand. This is one sad Enchantress at 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say Enchantress can actually transition into a hot hitter, unlike Chen, but when your farm's this bad, it's gonna be rough, definitely, because you don't have the mana pool to support impetus as well if you don't have items. So your damage output's really limited in the fight. Torn their bird by the side, so the vision is cut off here for VG.R. I think they just forfeit this tier 1. And trade. Yeah, they're gonna trade.
This is a pretty good trade for VG.R. This tier 1 mid is a big access point for Fnatic to try and contest Roche, react to any kind of fight that breaks out in the middle of the field. So they will go tower for tower, liking getting the 1 mid, and Slark getting the tier 1 down bottom. Fnatic, though, they're still putting pressure on. VG.R have already stopped their push. They were actually all committed 5 mid. They could definitely win this tower race. Fnatic not even really pushing that hard, just getting into the tower. Putting out a glyph, and Jesus, here we go. Necro units, they don't even need heroes. It's just straight summons with the Beastmaster aura, and they destroy that tier 2.
Our finest creation.
Wow. They're going to go up to the high ground. Why? They better watch this tier 3 tower. There's still a Necro unit in here, and yeah, Kunkka's going to TP back. They will still tier 2 in the bottom lane, so it is a pretty even trade. Looks like the Necro units will get out, so they don't concede any extra experience.
What the hell is Mushi saving for? He's got 4,005. This is classic Mushi. What
it
is
is
he doing?
Classic Mushi,
I
actually.
feel like when you save so much gold, if you're not buying a Radiance, what are you buying? Like, it's not...
could be a Daedalus or something, but I don't... Oh, it's a BKB, alright.
It's like opportunity cost wasted, isn't it? Like, I mean, he's just deciding, I guess, but... Alright, BKB? BKB against... Okay. Well, I guess it's not the worst item to get. There's still Raw to consider, though. So.
Yeah, I mean, Enchantress, though, still does some good damage. I'm not a big fan of the BKB here either. I think Mushi's problem is not surviving in these fights. It's doing damage in these fights to get the kills and force people into shatter territory. But this is tense. Now both teams smoking up. Enchantress not with VG.R and Slark actually not with Fnatic.
Ohio reveals his position. They are going to come for a big wrap around. The scan has been misplaced there by the Radiant. Goodbye, Doombringer. Are they going to be able to keep him alive? Here comes the ship. Try and keep him alive here. There's the Ice Blast. They're all retreating back. The Ice Blast lands on 3. This could be a bad fight for them. The Doom comes out on the DK. I think a good choice in this fight. DDC getting zoned out there by Kunkka. And this BKB, we'll see how much work it does. He's now magic immune. He's going to be doing damage to this no-no Dragon Knight. He's going to get caught out. That Doom making him pretty much helpless in these fights. Access, the Witch Doctor breaks him back. Hello. Smacks him up. Another trank kill to the books. And there we go. And the one unable to get that retreating hero. But they do get 3 kills. With track, I believe, and if you look at the teamfight recap, it's 1,300 gold going the way of Fnatic there, and VG.R barely get out of there with their lives, and they got the first jump.
Yeah, a really chaotic fight, and I just thought that was the best target to try to start on with the Beastmaster. Kunkka was able to save him. It looked like a good catch to isolate the Doom, but they just didn't have the burst damage to actually bring him down. Now it'll be a free tier 2 going the way of Fnatic, another tower kill. Hands of the Slark. That means he gets to upgrade to his Silver Edge, now 2,700 gold. He can look for a BKB, start moving towards that Scotty. A lot of options opening up for him, and 343 will actually go back for the mech after the success of that fight. He's just 1 creep kill away from that recipe, as the other 2 core So things looking very good for Fnatic in terms of team fight, now having some extra sustainability and getting overall more farm. Primal Roar on 3-4-3, but mid one's right here. They're going to turn it around onto Yang. It goes back the other way. Now Ice Blast comes cruising in. It does connect with BKB used by the Dragon Knight. Be enough to keep him alive. Shapeshift now. Maybe VG.R gonna turn. FY is thrown in the right clicks. BKB now used by Mushi. Mid one trying to make it out. Maybe he will. Necro books down. They've got some reveal. Now the Blink Dagger on Bounty Hunter coming into play.
And
it keeps him alive. X onto the Wolf. They're gonna bring him back. Mid one on the high ground. Fnatic looking to turn this around and pick up some more kills. They get the Witch Doctor. They lose the Bounty Hunter, but the Lycan will fall. It's still a track goal for Fnatic. Now No trying to play some ring around the Rosie, but the track giving them all the movement speed in the world, and it's almost a team wipe. Enchantress makes it to the high ground. Torrent barely off the mark as she tees back home. It's a 1 for 4, only a support Bounty Hunter in exchange for almost the entire team of Vici Reborn. Fnatic have to be happy with that one.
Yeah, I just can't help but laugh a little bit when I saw that Beastmaster TP. he was like, oh, I got you, Bounty Hunter, roars him, and then sees that slug out of nowhere. It's like, oh shit, I got a TP out. It's like an instant back out from that one. It's like he regretted his decision. The whole reaction on that was really, really funny. We saw that, and yeah, like you said, lots of track kills going Fnatic way, and the slot already sitting at 15,000 net worth. This is getting out of control. 4,000 bucks in the bank.
Yeah, the Slark is getting out of control, and now the Kunkka has actually surpassed the Lycan, and it's just getting worse from there. Even the Doom really starting to get some momentum. Now he went for a Drum, Vlad's build, Plate Mail, probably a Shiva's Guard coming out next, trying to counteract some of the effects of that Inner Beast. I think that would definitely be a wise pickup. Also, just having some extra armor wouldn't be bad for the Doom. Mid one getting very aggressive here in the mid lane, goes in onto FY. My god, there used to be an Enchantress there, but that was one easy kill.
Yeah. I like how mid one focuses his power on those squishier supports, taking them out of the fight. I don't believe we've seen a single death ward this entire game because of that.
There was one in that last big team fight. I heard it go off though. I don't think it really did too much damage.
I saw Slop just shiv him right away. He didn't even get into the fight. He just died right away from that Silver Edge and Echo Saber.
BKB for the Slark. That'll be the next item. It's coming out via the courier. Fnatic just move right into the Roche pit. And VG.R, let's look at their vision. They've got nothing in this area. They do have a ward down in the mid lane. They could try to contest this. A wolf flying over. They actually will get the intel.
But what can they do? They don't have any
road.
initiation. They don't have any team fight. They don't have initiation.
Oh, yeah. They're going to try to split push it out, it looks like.
Yeah, that's their only strength, yeah. They're summoning the zoo, pummeling towers, and maybe forcing some bad TPs.
I don't know. It's such a slow Roche, though. I feel like with all their ults up, Blink Roar to get things started, maybe they could contest it, but they'll let it go.
Yeah, they're really far behind on net worth, though. I don't think they want to jump into that, especially with Kunkka Boat. If you can't burst the slot, you don't go in. I think that's pretty much the game plan. And VG.R are not in burst territory. They don't have enough bursts right now. Right, I don't know. Even with a Roar, I think they need to have a Roar without Dark Pact going off. They need Dragon Knight's tail to follow up, Witch Doctor pummeling on him, and Lycan just chewing on him in order to kill him once. At this point, it's like that. Mid one is just really, really fat, and the Doom has even gotten the Frost Armor, skipping on that Alpha Wolf, just so that the Slug has more survivability against that Lycan right-click damage. So yeah,
I really like this here. Again, that attack is slow, counteracting some of the benefits of just the passive from the Beastmaster. Fnatic really in great shape. Yeah, they've got an S&Y now out on the Kunkka, still sitting back at home, but he'll be able to fly that out pretty soon. 8-second BKB on Mushi and the 10-second BKB on Slark. Mech up on the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, Slark's gonna catch her once again. Even with the Nature's Attendants, it just doesn't matter. That's a track kill. Another one up for Fnatic. Stoppable.
If you look at Enchantress, only got 1 point in the Untouchable. Normally you'd see that at a higher skill level, but then the Enchantress is just level 9, so not been having the best game. I kind of want to see FY's Rubik instead of him suffering like this.
It's a weird build, though. You're right. I feel like I haven't seen too much of the max Nature's Attendant on Enchantress. It's almost always still more than just that first point in Untouchable.
Yeah.
She went for a 1-3-1 at level 5, so putting more points in Enchant. Definitely not a build that I'm accustomed to seeing. I think more often than not, now even now with a jungling Enchantress, you'll see just 1 point in Enchant. And, you know, putting more stuff into survivability, going for like a 2-1-2, a little more balanced.
The thought
We'll
process,
see.
probably his thought process is like, okay, we're gonna be pushing, we're gonna sustain our zoo. Maybe that's the plan. I don't know. He kind of work as a dedicated healer. I don't know. At this point, VG.R seem all over the place. Their strat isn't working. Fnatic is rolling all over them. We thought it would be a 3-0. I mean a three game best of 3, but the way they're playing game 1, I don't know. It might be looking at Fnatic is serious.
I think some of it is also just the draft. Like Vici picked one of these drafts that if it wins, it's going to be a dominant, like, wow, they just won in 20 minutes. And if they lose, it's going to be one of these, we don't play well from behind sort of lineup. So I think by design, it was going to be sort of a stompy game one way or the other when you go for a team that's so dedicated to the push. It's just that X marks the spot you were talking about where Slark's just going to go in, chip tower, and get pulled
heal up the full.
Slark's a pretty good hero for this. I've seen the Kunkka tinker a lot, but Slark with Shadow Dance is pretty good. Yeah, I like this. I mean, how do you deal with this? Free tier 3 tower. They've already used their glyph. Uh-oh, on the backside, initiation. DDC is actually going to go walking in, but Yang going to be the one that falls. He does manage to get off the Primal Roar on mid one, but it just doesn't matter. He'll live, actually, but just
he'll live. Ohio feeling merciful today. Don't want to overextend. Probably orders from the boss. Or character fling initiation. Bracket Knight. Gonna instant doom there, so no more follow-up Dragon Tails. And gonna get Ice Blast as well. They all have their BKB, so the magic damage is not gonna affect them too much. But that Ice Blast is still a pretty formidable threat. Yes, mid one going to be dropping really low. Are they gonna be able to pick him up? There is the boat, though. The Necro unit might pop the Aegis. What? He ran away. He didn't pop the Aegis. The Necro unit could have got the Aegis. I'm not sure that was a micro fault or something. But now we have Bounty Hunter Kunkka diving deep into the VG base. Pressuring them. They're all tracked up, all marked by that smoke. And gonna be giving a lot of money upon death. And look at mid one, full health.
Yep. Fanatics now just going on to structures, actually only getting 2 kills out of all that. It's about a 1,500 net worth trade, but of course they did kill the tier 3 tower, and now the barracks are ripe for the taking. No glyph available, no outer towers. Fnatic will get aimed for and clear out that mid lane. Ice Blast just going to fly towards the mid, clear up this creep wave a little bit, make sure that tier 3 stays safe.
Well, Andrew, I gotta ask you, at this point, do you just GG out? Do you just GG out? Like, I mean, it's a BO3,
they're
right?
pretty close. Yeah.
You GG out, you know, you regain your composure for game 2 instead of tilting further as this game gets worse and worse. I feel like this is already in GG territory, so I mean, you could try for one more hurrah, you know, a desperate push into a quick Rex mid, maybe, but at this point, you just GG out, you know, rethink for game 2, or are they already discussing now, you know, like just playing one hand?
That is some of it, yeah. If they're strategizing for, you know, game 2, you use this time to keep farming and then GG out when you lose that one final fight. I'm always in favor of that one last-ditch effort. You never know if the opposition aren't quite ready for it. They will smoke. They might be able to find mid one here. This could be huge if they could grab the Slark, especially if they can crowd control him before the BKB.
Oh, he down already. This could be the chance. The Blink Dagger on the Dragon Knight. Okay, a little bit too slow there. No. Getting scanned out there. And the scan mid one running right in, gonna delete FY from the game. Oh, Zagabian jumps to the side though, Ice Blast. Gonna be missing a little bit, but Yang disappears to that shuriken toss. There's the boat. Now FY gets deleted. There's a really slow Janata hit. The cold feet just enough there. Mushi kills him off. And 2 heroes lost already from the start there. Ohio jumping in deep. Do we see a death for this game? There's the GG, yeah. They know it's over. Yep.
Yeah, not a moment too soon. For VG.R, this is, again, just one of these lineups that doesn't play well from behind. This lineup was designed to get early momentum, knock down those tier 1 towers, get your team a little bit of a gold boost, get those that first round of core items ahead of Fnatic, and then push that advantage. They simply weren't able to do that. Like, that first gang from the Enchantress set the tempo for this game, where it didn't work out for FY. He never got a lot of momentum, and you have a bounty hunter who's playing that same kind of role, a lot of pressure on